Okay.
Nicole, what do you look for in a man?
Well, firstly, I think there has to be some sort of physical attraction, but, you know, well, that always has to happen first. I mean, first things happen first, right? So that's the first thing. And then I really like intelligence, a certain amount of intellectual correspondence that can happen between two people, being able to converse on the same sort of level. And then if you have a sense of humor, that's good too. But I think it's just, it's always different. I can't say that anybody that I've ever dated has been alike. They are all different in their own way, but they all were able to converse with me on intellectual levels, on silly levels, fun levels. I don't know, I just think it's something that just kind of happens.
Well, it's the same, just looks, just whatever catches my eye. And one man has a sense of humor. He's not always serious, because I think that's really boring. And someone who's not afraid to express his feelings and his emotions and his thoughts and ideas. Somebody that's open-minded and interested in what I think, and interested in hearing what I think about topics and what my goals are. So a man who knows what his goals are as well, and who are willing to pursue them as much as he can, just to live life to the fullest and have fun.
What makes for romance?
Romance, I think if a man knows a woman very well, like what she likes, like say for the beach, she likes to go to the beach, I think it's really romantic for him to take her to the beach, like surprise her and take her to like walks on the beach and just to look at like seashells and stuff like that. I think that's romantic. And just surprise her with roses for no reason, I think that's romantic too.
Any ideas?
Well, I think surprises are great. I've only had that happen once or twice, and I think that guys kind of are really shy about it. I don't know what, but I think surprises are great. I think that sometimes what's really romantic is that certain look that can just happen between two people, that you know somebody really well, and you just kind of give a look across the room. Maybe you're with a bunch of people, and that's something that kind of, or just a small touch of the hand. I don't know, that's just like really subtle, small things I think are sometimes the most romantic. I know some guys give like cards and flowers all the time, and that's really sweet, but too much is too much.
Right.
I think sometimes when it's just like a hand-picked flower that they saw on the way to your house is almost more sweet than the dozen roses that they had ordered from the, you know,
I had my
thing and had their secretary order or something. It's more the thought, and if you got roses every single week,
I kind of get sick of it.
Whatever, cards every single week for every little thing that they think is special or were heard about or whatever, it gets to be too much.
Yeah, just something that they thought of themselves that would be romantic. That's what I think is romantic.
Yeah.
Like an original thing.
Yeah.
Something that shows that they think about you and care about you and love you.
Right. Just, I mean, even sometimes when somebody's worried and they say, well, call me when you get home because it's late at night.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, sometimes that's romantic just because it's sweet.
Maybe romance is a concrete expression of the thing we call love.
Yeah. I think that romance happens in a lot of ways. It doesn't always have to be passion and kissing and things like that. I think playing with somebody else's kids is romantic, you know? Because it shows that they have like a tender, caring side.
Yeah, like a sensitive side.
Yeah, and also childish side, because guys with kids are really cute. You know, they're off playing, throwing them up in the air, roughhousing, and all of a sudden they become 10 years old themselves.
Speaking of passion, what makes a good lover?
Somebody who not only cares about him, but cares about the woman as well. You know, like what she feels and what she thinks is fun or romantic. Like into each other, not just selfishness, like massages. I think that's really neat. It's just stuff like that.
Yeah. A lot of kissing, and a lot of hugging and holding.
Yeah.
And kind of the afterward too is almost
Yeah, just like the tenderness.
Yeah, the tenderness.
Yeah.
And being able to talk about it sometimes is good too. I mean, I think that in a lot of relationships, people don't talk about
Yeah.
what they want or like or what's important to them, or it's kind of this miscommunication thing, which I think probably in the beginning would be hard,
Yeah.
but after a certain amount of time, I think it should be talked about, and a lot of people don't. It's awkward.
Yeah. Open yourself to the person, you know? Yeah.
Do you think most women expect an ongoing relationship if they have sex with someone?
I don't know. I think,
Just talk about the group that you know, the women you know.
well, I think you should know the person before you club to the person. Like, know what the person wants in life and know what makes them happy.
If a man has a one-night stand with one of your friends and then that's it, is she satisfied typically? Is she frustrated? Is she denying a real part of herself and wants a long...
Most of my friends would be upset about a one-night stand. I know that a few of my friends, especially like in the college age and younger age, then they weren't as upset, maybe some of them, where some would never have done that in the first place, ever. And then others were like, well, I had fun, and that's fine, and I'm young, and we were careful, and that's okay. But most, I think, feel this sort of pain. Or even if they thought initially going in that they didn't care about the one-night stand, that would be okay,
Yeah.
then afterwards, it kind of changed their feelings
Yeah.
and hurt them.
It's like,
So.
you know, it's like they want more romance and more, I don't know, it's kind of hard, more feelings instead of just the physical.
Right. I know that brings a whole other dimension to something. You can just like somebody and be friends, and maybe even a kiss or something isn't going to really change the dynamics of the two people, but all of a sudden you bring making love into something, and then
Just changes
somebody,
everything.
one of the two, generally gets
Yeah.
a little too involved.
Yeah.
And it's most often the girl.
Yeah, most often it is. Yeah, the girl, I think women are more emotional than men are.
But I've seen it happen the other way too.
Yeah.
Do you think men and women can spend a lot of time together without one person wanting more? As in, can men and women really just be friends without one person wanting more?
I think that it's very rare,
Yeah.
and it can happen in the beginning for a long time maybe, but all of a sudden one person might switch. Or in the beginning it started out that one person liked the other, and then after a long time you might be able to work that out.
Yeah.
I think it's difficult. I mean, I know I've lost most of my guy friends because of one or the other. Either I like them and they didn't reciprocate, or vice versa. You know, it's hard.
Like that. It is hard.
And then it becomes awkward, even if neither of you like have feelings for one another. All of a sudden, one person gets a significant other, and then it's kind of like, you know, you can't just keep seeing your guy friend all the time when you're dating somebody. That person starts to take up your whole world.
Yeah.
So
I get jealous.
When is the first time you had sex? What age?
I was 17.
17? And how old you are today?
I'm 19.
19? It's the first boyfriend or second, third, fourth?
It's like my 7th boyfriend, but see,
Your 7th
he's
boyfriend?
lasted the longest. Because my other relationships like barely lasted a month, so.
And what's the age of the first guy?
17.
He was 17?
Yes, and we're still dating.
Still dating?
Yes, it's been 3 years almost.
Wow, the first guy, you're still dating him?
Uh-huh.
Hmm,
Yeah.
that's interesting. So you had one boyfriend?
Yeah.
That's interesting. And you go in the same school?
Yes.
What would you need to be married?
We need to be financially stable. That's what I think, and able to pay our bills with no stress or worries, just freely, and just trust. Loyalty.
And do you think this is the man for you
Yes.
to marry to?
Yes.
That's interesting. So you know him for a very long time. Mm. Don't you think to check other people before you get married?
Oh,
I mean, you're not curious?
Well, I've known some people as friends, and it led to other things, but it never felt right for me. And it was just, they weren't trustworthy. They were just always with other people, different days or whatever. They weren't somebody that I would trust or would want to trust.
Like what do you mean trust? Like he's going to tell to his friend he slept with you, or?
Yes. This other boyfriend I had, he had like more than one girlfriends at the same time. Yeah, he liked variety. Didn't like staying with one person. So.
You didn't like it?
I want a man who's there for me all the time.
Does
Not
size
just whenever
matter
it's
to you?
convenient.
Does size matter to you?
Not really.
Not really?
No, not really.
What is a normal size for a man, you think?
I don't really know. I've only had sex with one man, so I don't really know.
Oh, okay. Let's will do it. Same question to you.
How old was I, you mean?
Yeah.
I was 20.
20? Did it happen outside or inside the house?
Inside.
Inside the house? Camps, anything?
Well, I was in college,
In college?
so I guess in, my dorm room.
The room?
Right.
And how old he was?
He was 22,
22? And you?
and I was 20.
20?
Right.
How long did you sing him before you met?
About
This month.
3 months.
3 months? And it was good things or bad things you did? Do you think he handled it properly as a man?
Pardon?
Do you think he handled it properly as a man for your first time?
I think he did. He was really sweet, really gentle, but I was still hurt by the fact because I wanted to save myself for marriage, and I thought I would. I was still very idealistic at the time. And so for a long time, and it wasn't his fault, I think it was my own sort of, emotional
Yeah.
thing to get over, because I was so naive at the time that I didn't even realize quite what was happening.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't quite realize that we were doing much more than we had before, which was kind of an everything but.
What-
I